What's good, Footy Culture fam? My name is Matthews, aka Matt, aka Matozinho. Today, boys, got another episode of the Footy Culture Podcast.
You.
Once again, joined today by the Press Man U fan, Dan.
Yep. No comment. Not going to talk about anything. Go ahead. Next.
We got Happy Dortmund fan, James.
James.
Hey.
The Press U fan, Chris.
Hey.
And then Happy Barca fan, Jay.
It's good, fellas.
So what's up? Yeah, boys, a lot of football happened over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of calamity, to say the least. But that being said, calamity. What happened? 7-0. Crazy.
A lot of goals, man.
I don't think anyone saw that, especially us. 'Cause
No.
what was the bet that
My bet
His
was
bet.
United to win and Rashford to score.
Jeez.
Well, coming from the form we've been playing in the last couple weeks, months now, right? Like, even Liverpool, okay, they've been struggling a little bit, and they came out of a terrible UCL run as well against Madrid. And they've been kind of grinding through results as well. But again, they're playing at Anfield. We have a little pretty poor record there in the last couple seasons. So you could have seen it coming, but at the same time, we were in good form. That's it. And then it came down to it where Liverpool came to play, and it looked like the whole United team was just lost. We were up 1-0 at half. I don't know what Ten Hag really said anything in the change room to kind of change things up, but it didn't really change anything coming into the second half, because right away they scored, I think, like 2 minutes in or 1 minute in.
A minute, 2 minutes, and then like right
And then after that, like it was just, it looked like timid soccer. Like these kids, like I don't know, they just didn't show up to play. It literally was just mistake after mistake. I don't know if maybe Ten Hag makes some errors in the beginning with the lineup he had out, but overall, I think United needed something like this a little bit just to kind of like, bring it back down to earth, because we were in a really good run. We're looking a little hot.
A calamity like this to bring y'all back down, bro?
Maybe. Because, we're going back into Europa League this week. We're coming against Betis now. Hopefully we have our head on right, and then just the players actually come out to play this time, But I don't know, sometimes some teams need a little bit of a smacking here and there just to kind of get their shit together and kind of like ground them again. So whatever, it's one game. I guess the title race is really over for us now.
Maybe, bro.
But, we move on to the next one. And yeah, we're doing good. We're still fighting for top 4. We're still doing well, but it's just one of those. It's one of those games. It's one of those.
Is there someone that you'd like particularly put a blame on?
If anything, I just blame the management of the game overall. I just don't think that formation we went into, the whole style of play with like the way we were set up, was the right formation to go up against a Liverpool side like this. Knowing the players they had and like the weak midfield that they do obtain, like knowing that they're gonna go down to width a lot. Shaw isn't really like that best left back to be playing, holding back, kind of like look for that speed. He was off of it. Even Dalot was struggling in the back there. Probably, Wan-Bissaka there to shut down Gakpo a little bit. Even Malacia kind of shut down a little bit more on the right side with Salah. It's hard with Salah had a good game.
Yeah, he was on one game, bro.
Martinez was struggling too. The players looked tired. They looked like they weren't there to play. And then our midfield was just poor as well, because we had Bruno playing left mid, coming against a player like Arnold, who doesn't really the best defensively. He did really well going forward, but
that game.
If you, that's the thing, but you're going up against Bruno. Bruno can't really come against players and beat them like that with speed. Right? I'd rather have Rashford starting and like beating the players like that.
Trent didn't only defend him well, he also got into his head. Bruno was getting frustrated.
But he was the frustration also comes from the results. It was literally 3-4-0, and like obviously the players are just going to be.
As a captain, you can't be doing that.
For sure.
That could lead to you guys getting
even more
pummeled.
But definitely not playing Whitehorse as a 10, which was ridiculous, because Liverpool has a weak midfield. Why are you going to look for that wing play, look for that through ball play, if you'd rather just control the midfield, build up the play from the middle, and then instead they were kind of like using the width. They were kind of sending balls to Rashford every single time. They were playing the type of football that we expect to play in the second half when we're like up 1-0 or like down to kind of like get the result. Yeah. But they were playing that football from the start. I think they needed to start Rashford out wide, play Weghorst up top just to do his thing up there against Van Dijk and against who was back there with him? Konate, right? So I just think he came out wrong. Anthony too. Like Anthony, yeah, he did great against the last couple of games he's been playing, but is he really starting this game right now? Because he did nothing, and just end of the day it came down to the players and just some poor decisions as well. So
I think Anthony's got to be like one of the worst signings of the Prem. this past season, bro. 100 mil, right?
I think it was 90 or 100. Yeah.
Even then,
That's a
from
lot
a guy
of
from
money. That's a lot of
Ajax,
money.
It is a lot.
for someone who's
But-
probably one of the most one-footed players in the league, he's not quick. Does he really beat like his man that often too? Like,
No, he's usually running into the player.
right?
The thing is that we can always go back to this. Anthony's signing was kind of a signing that we needed, and he was only the only option out there. But obviously, with Sancho coming back, looking a lot stronger, looking a lot healthier, he looks like the better option, right? Even Garnacho is probably the better option compared to him. But yeah, no, Anthony is he's mid. He's not a player to be starting for me. I don't know. That's just me.
Would you say this result was a freak result?
Yeah, no one expected this. No one expected this 7-0, especially the way Liverpool been playing, especially the way United been playing. I just think we got it all wrong in the midfield because it just came down to where we were lacking possession, and it looked like Liverpool just came out to play. They had something to prove or something to show that their fans were like just
They're going for that top four, man.
they were going for it. And I think they're in sixth now.
I
Fifth.
think they're in fifth. Do you guys think this is the turning point for Liverpool?
Yeah, they're making
On the
it.
season, like, is this game going to be the game that we look back at and we're like, damn, that's the game that really turned Liverpool around? Like, front three is firing. Are they going to finish top four?
Yeah,
At this point, I think so, man. Because I think Spurs are gonna slip up. Newcastle are gonna start slipping up too.
Newcastle already slipped up.
They're starting to
Yeah.
get fatigued and whatnot. And like Liverpool, after this result, bro, confidence sky high.
yeah.
If they could do something against Madrid too,
It'll be tough, but like
I think
players
it's
like
better if they don't do anything against Madrid.
like
Just get knocked out.
get rid of the Champions League and make top four because that's what's going to benefit you for the future. Because Gakpo is surprisingly he just came to play. You know, it's a really good signing, right? He fits in properly. Nunez, he found his boots again. Like
Yeah.
he showed up.
Aerial threat now, bro.
He's playing really well compared to how he started at the beginning of the season. And then Salah just is doing his thing.
Yeah,
Their only problem is definitely the midfield, but if they can continue that wing play with Robertson and Arnold back there, and that's just the thing. We knowing that we have a solid midfield with Casemiro, Fredo's playing really well, obviously before, and then just moving Bruno to the outside like that really wasn't the strongest for me. I think we should have just dominated the midfield and controlled that game that way instead of losing it, you know. And they just kept countering us. So
Yeah.
that's how we lost the game. And then just mistakes after mistakes. No one was there. Even like De Gea was making some poor mistakes. But again, like Liverpool had some good chances, like that Gakpo goal with the Salah, you know, destroying.
bro,
Destroying
Salah
the-
sent freaking Martinez to another dimension, bro. Like
So-
holy.
Yeah. But no, Liverpool, they deserved it. And then, yeah, I think this might be the turning point for them. If they make top four, then honestly, good for them.
They will. They will.
Good for them.
See, the crazy thing is, I wouldn't even consider this result for United a freak result. Because 3 of United's heaviest defeats since 2000 have come this season. So the first one, obviously, this game. And then you had, I think, beginning of the season against Brentford, they lost 4-0.
Yeah, the first
And
or second
against
game.
City, 6-3.
Yeah, it's bad.
Crazy.
Didn't we lose like 7-0 to Spurs one point? I think that was last season.
They lose their heads very
That was a
easy.
couple seasons ago.
Last season or 2
I
seasons
think
ago?
Liverpool last season it was
And
Liverpool
Spurs was
as well.
6-1.
Liverpool crushed them last season too.
But this is what happens when you have a young team like this. Like United's not that old of a team.
They're not that
But
young.
they're not that
either.
young either.
They are pretty young. Like they have
No.
besides
They're not-
Varane, Casemiro,
They're not young.
De Gea, Bruno.
They're not
No,
young.
Whitehorse.
That's the whole spine of the team.
Weghorst is old. Bruno's old.
Okay, but that, okay,
Casemiro's
okay.
old.
Shaw is
Fred's
old.
Shaw's
But then all-
old.
not that
Dalot's
old.
not that young.
Anthony's probably the
Martinez
youngest
is
player.
not that young, as young as you think.
It's 24.
No, he's not. He's like 25, no? 26?
Varane's older and experienced. De Gea's experience. Like realistically speaking, it's like what Anthony and
Oh shit. They
maybe
are pretty old.
Rashford, but even Rashford's like 26.
Yeah, they are pretty old. Never mind, take it back. They're just a bunch of brats. Then I don't know what to tell you.
Ten Hag didn't get it right. Like I don't understand why he's just playing Whitehorse and as a 10.
Ten Horst. Is the experiment over?
Yeah, it's over. Like knowing that he's, I don't understand. Like, okay, maybe some games, like, you know, crazy. Yeah, he probably had a good performance there. Never had a great performance in that position. He had a decent performance, but that's because Rashford just bombing and just making great runs up top. But to me, Rashford should have started on the wing because if you're gonna go 1-on-1 against Arnold, and that makes Arnold sit back a bit more. He doesn't give him the freedom to go attacking because you have Bruno on your side. Yeah, I want to go forward because Bruno tucks into the midfield half the time. Right?
free.
He doesn't have any really threat on the wing. Rashford just really covered up by Konate and Van Dijk, and then Anthony just was digging himself out. I don't know what he was doing. He lost the ball half the time he had it. and then Whitehorse was like invisible the whole game. So obviously I'm not gonna blame Fred or Casemiro because like it was literally just them two controlling the whole attack.
Yeah.
Fred was okay, unfortunately, because he obviously got subbed up, and then bringing McTominay in, like
That was a weird one.
that was a stupid decision. Well, because he wanted the more defensive midfield, but we were even being destroyed in the midfield. We were being destroyed in the wing. He had to put Garnacho in to at least provide something out wide, and take out Whitehorse early. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah. I just want to say something about Bruno real quick. I don't know if you guys noticed, but before I say this, I think Bruno got to be captain of like Rat 11, bro. He's one of the rattiest players I've seen. I can't remember if it was after one of Salah's goals or Gakpo's goals when like Liverpool were trying to get the ball back. Like he just held the ball, like just like juking around, like dodging the Liverpool players trying to get the ball from him for like a solid minute. Like the ball ended up on the floor and he like started like dribbling. Like what are you doing, bro? Just give up the ball. Like he's such a rat. Like the amount of times he dives. I don't think he got a yellow card at all this game.
No, he deserved the yellow because he was kicking players at the end of the game. Frustrating.
Trent on the sideline.
Yeah.
Kicked someone else. He kicked 2 players. Yeah, it's either gonna be him as a captain or Neymar, right?
That's a
A
rat.
rat
I'm
11?
joking.
No.
Come on.
But like
joking. No,
you
it's
have a
definitely
player
Bruno.
like Ronaldo who kind of destroyed the change room a little bit when he was there, obviously in the beginning of the season. Then you have another player like Bruno. Like you're the captain, you gotta be more like verbal and like. I didn't really see once where he was like, guys, just keep it going. Like maybe after the first or second goal, he kind of like, guys, let's get it on. But there was no leadership. There was no like.
No.
The only like I would say the one who really deserves a captain's man would probably be maybe Casemiro.
Casemiro or Varane, I would say.
Because like they like I don't know, they have that winning mentality where like we can do this and like we got this and like they can speak to the players, get the freaking communication going, get the boys amped.
Yeah.
But does
Bruno half the time
speak English though?
But end of the day, man, it's not about the English. It's about the way you present yourself to the team and the way you like command it. Like if you have a player like Bruno who's like 3 goals down already, like crying and whining, and then he's always putting his hands up, complaining about the smallest things, diving. It's
Yeah,
like,
he shouldn't be.
how
captain.
do you get your rest of your team to really respect you and even just like think of like we still got to because our captain's has his head on right. He's still going, but it's even the hair. I feel like he was captaining a little bit like last season too. I don't know. This team sometimes it does really
Captain
well,
problem
and
on
sometimes
that
it's
team.
just like frustrating to watch.
Like your
Man
2
U football.
captains are Maguire and Bruno.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Rough, bro.
it's ridiculous.
It's a crazy
Is
duel.
there a rattier player than Bruno though?
No,
Like he's captain of like that 5-a-side rat
he's
team.
captain for sure.
I'd have to think about it.
It's like him, and it's probably some guy in Barca for sure. There's someone.
Yeah.
There's not really any ratty players.
Yeah, like Jordi Alba maybe.
I'd put Alba on the rat 11.
Yeah?
For sure, bro. Yeah. That guy's a weasel, bro. Come on, man.
Rodent.
Yeah,
But it's funny. Did you see that like video? It was like a little post. It's like Madrid beat Liverpool 5-2. We beat Barca 1-0, or we beat them in the Europa League. And then Barca beat Madrid 1-0 in recent cup matchup, and then we lose 7-0 against Liverpool. So it's like a full circle. It's like
Yeah, for real.
which one is really the superior team of us four kind of thing? Because we're all losing to each other. It's like
real.
that's just football. That's just football. Because one day if United and Liverpool play tomorrow, United can come out and win like 3-0.
Yeah, you never know.
Like, so it was one of those games. It was one of those games. Like you kind of need one of those games every season where you're gonna get slapped. But
just had 3.
we got I guess 3 of those.
But someone that did perform this game, man, like Mohamed Salah.
CC.
A lot of people were writing him off saying, oh, he needs his best friend Mane to perform. But, bro, he came out to play this game, bro. 2 goals, 1 assist. Crazy, man. Like, the amount of, like, numbers that he puts up goal scoring-wise. I saw this debate on the TL. People are saying who's better, either Salah or Robben all time. What do you guys got?
Robin.
Robben? Why?
Just might be nostalgia, but like just the way, I don't know, the way Robin played, he looked unstoppable at times. Like
It's
It's
really
the same
difficult.
about Salah.
It's
Nah,
it's very close.
I don't think Salah had like he's had unstoppable moments, but he also had like a team that was built around him. Robin then wasn't really built around him; it was built around him and Ribery. Like they had a duo. This more so is just built around Salah.
Can't say Salah and Mane would be.
But
the duo.
Mane was even built for Salah. He helped Salah out so much get to that high level. And it showed. When Mane left, Salah was down. He's still performing great, but like not compared to when Mane was there.
I don't know. I guess it's hard like when you lose like a top player like that, like also like can come by, can score, like draw opponents away. But Salah's like coming into his own now, getting used to playing with Gakpo and Nunez as well, and like he's been performing now, man. Like, because Salah like he just broke the record for most goals for Liverpool in the Premier League, 129 goals in 205 games. It's pretty mad.
129. That's it.
He's mad,
it.
man.
That's it.
It's in the Premier League though.
Yeah, just Premier League.
Can he be in a shout for one of the best player in the Premier League ever?
No.
Like career wise, not one season.
No.
He can't be in the argument.
No.
Why not?
Maybe
Who-
like top 5.
Yeah, it's like okay, maybe not the best.
It's hard to say the best, but I don't know. I got Salah ahead of Robben. Cause like
Really?
yeah, like Robben's hit over 20 goals once ever in his career.
But he's sharing a lot of those goals up top, man. He's had great forwards next to him, great attackers, great
Exactly.
strikers, great Ribery. Well, that's the thing. Like, Ribery was a team player. He never really he was never like selfish. He never held onto that ball too much. As much as like he was great going forward, and his shot was ridiculous for left footer like that. But he was never really a hogger. Like he was, and like Salah does dribble past players a lot more than Ribery did, I think, or Robben did.
Because Robben was like low key a cut inside merchant. You know what I mean? Like,
But it worked.
Even Salah
One
does the
move.
same too, kinda.
Perfected it.
But
It
like
worked.
his dribbling's like like more like closer control. You know what I mean?
Who?
Salah.
You think Salah's more closer control than Robin?
Yeah,
No,
a little bit. A little bit.
Robin has like the closest control I've ever seen. Him or
Even then, if we're talking goal wise, like I said, Robben hit over 20 goals once in his career. Salah's done that 6 times with 30 plus goals 3 times,
see, but that's
Okay,
what I'm-
and then including
I go
a
with
44 goal season.
No, my take on the situation, I think they're completely different positions, even though they're both on the right flank.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say Salah is more of a right forward, and he was playing alongside a striker in his prime that wasn't a striker. Bobby was a false 9 / cam, so he had to carry on the goal scoring duties. Robin didn't have to do that. He was playing with Mandzukic, Mario Gomez, Drogba, Benzema,
Lewandowski for a bit.
Lewandowski. It wasn't his job to score goals, and I think with that said, Robin still has a better goal catalog than Salah.
Does he?
Yeah, I would say so.
I don't know, man.
They
Salah
both- no,
scored some
Salah's some
pretty
nice
mad
goals,
goals.
So is Arjen Robben.
doesn't
They
Salah
both- they
have
both have
doesn't
great
Salah,
Salah
Salah,
Puskas?
Salah
Am I
the
tripping?
Puskas.
Yeah, an undeserved Puskás. It's pretty well received that it's an undeserved Puskás. Robin scored that goal from the corner kick where it went right to him volley. I think it was against Manchester United. Legendary. I choose Robin because nostalgia is also a beautiful thing.
Man, nostalgia.
It's true.
merchants.
Nostalgia is a beautiful thing. Nostalgia is what keeps us
merchants,
going.
bro.
It keeps us
Yeah.
alive.
It's true.
I don't know, man. Like
You have Salah?
low key, bro.
I was gonna say no. I got Robin.
Because like internationally, you can't really compare Egypt and Holland. CL wise, Salah's what 1 for 3 in CLs.
Robin has what 2?
Robin has one.
1? But he has that one goal where he got beat Wiedenfeller back there. That was a good CL run from them too. And then just countless obviously season trophies.
Yeah, but that's playing for Bayern though. Like Bayern always win the league.
Okay, but
not true.
Robin also has a lot of moments in him. Like remember his run against Sergio Ramos in the World Cup?
Yeah, he has his moments against Spain, Australia, right?
Yeah.
that whole World Cup, he pretty much every game.
Yeah, but you can't. It's hard to compare with Salah.
Okay,
Salah
but
plays for Egypt.
let's say you take stats out of the equation. You're still picking Salah?
Because then what's left besides stats? Trophies?
The eye
The
test,
overall
The
player.
eye test.
Eye test? I mean, Salah's an ugly player to watch sometimes.
I
So I
wouldn't
take
say so.
Robin looks wise, the way he plays, but efficiency wise, Salah.
I think Salah's a better goal scorer, but Robin's a better player.
But again, they're different positions. Like Jay said, one's more of an attacking player. Like Salah, that's all I was trying to say before. Salah was the focal point of that team.
Yeah, because Firmino wasn't that striker.
No.
You guys don't think Salah's the better playmaker as well?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
He's good. He's nothing crazy though.
Look, I'm not gonna act like I know the exact numbers because I don't.
Yeah.
But based on my eye test, it's got to be Robin. Robin kind of It's weird. He kind of had this aura around him. You're gonna laugh, but like honestly, like Dembele, like when he gets the ball on the touchline, like you know he's about to do something on that flank.
Yeah.
Like as soon as he gets that ball and gets into an attacking stance, it's like you know he's about to turn up. You know he's about to cut to his left, and it works every time.
Yeah, he still gets the defender every single time, and that's one thing. Like he's able to recreate the exact same moment repetitively and consistently. And like players will still like fall for it.
They fall for it because they don't know exactly when he's gonna do it. That's why he'll like when he takes his touch, it's like a weird touch because that's what I'm saying. His close control is insane. His touches are so close to him that he could literally go at any second because his touch, and then he could just go, and you don't know when.
I'm just hearing a lot of aesthetic merchants here, bro.
I don't know,
bro. If you put Salah on that Bayern team, he's putting up higher numbers, bro.
No, he's not.
100%.
No, he's not.
100%.
No, he's not.
But like, but he has to play the role of Robben though.
they're playing different.
Still,
they're playing a different role in the team. Like, I think for me, I'm going Robben because I think Robben inspired like a generation of left-footed players. Like Salah grew up watching Robben. And if you watch the way Salah plays, like a lot of his like mannerisms in game, you see Robben.
Do you?
Another player that I see Robben is Mahrez. I see Robben and Mahrez.
The way they pull up on the touchline and they're just teasing the defender, just waiting to make that move onto their left foot. Like,
isn't that like all left-footed dribblers?
No, not necessarily. I think like if you're looking at left-footed players today, I think Robben inspired a generation of them. I don't think Salah inspires like a generation of left-footed players from now. I don't think people like are growing up right now watching Salah as a left footer and like molding their game after Mohamed Salah.
I don't know.
You think everyone knows Salah's left footed?
Probably.
Like Robben though.
Well, Robben was more one-footed than Salah is. So obviously Robben's more known for his left foot.
But if Robben was able to be that effective with one foot, doesn't that make him better? Imagine he had 2 feet.
also effective with 1 foot.
More effective than Robben?
Effective in terms of what? Goal scoring?
So you think if Salah was on that Bayern team, he would do better than Robben? So why has Mane been garbage so far?
He's been injured, no?
For the whole time?
No.
Good amount of time.
He's been okay, but at the same time,
Coming to a new team
he's
too,
playing. He's playing with a team that literally has no striker. He's kind of doing more of the attacking duties compared to what.
Chupo.
Yeah, but
Chupo's been putting up numbers.
With Mane there, no, not without Mane.
Mane's not going to play striker though.
But he's definitely playing a more attacking role than he did. Well, he is more of an attacking player than.
Okay, either or. Robben doesn't do what Salah does at Liverpool. Salah doesn't do what Robben does at Bayern.
Different players.
Different players. It doesn't work either way.
I think it's still comparable though.
It's comparable, but they're 2 top players that it's tough to say. Because I'd rather compare Salah to like a striker. Even though he's a right winger, he's more of a striker than.
Just because he scores more goals?
He doesn't really track back. He stays up top all the time.
Was Robben?
Robben tracks back.
Yeah, you're watching Robben like that?
Ribery tracked back too.
Yeah.
They both did.
Who would you say was more better as a pair though? Robbery? Or
Robbery easy.
Salah Mane?
Robbery easy.
Why?
Just nostalgic.
Some nostalgia and aesthetics, eh?
Yeah.
Love the nostalgia, man. No, but they probably were. Like Ribery was a top talent. What did he finish? Third for Ballon d'Or?
They both finished third.
They both did.
Like, that's insane for a duel.
Robben too? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What year was that?
2014.
Oh shit.
A lot of talent, man.
No, they were something else. Those two.
Who would you be more scared to come up against? Robbery or Solane?
Solane. I don't know either, bro.
No. Like your Barca team. You're coming up.
Obviously, he's going to be scared of Bayern.
You're coming up against.
We've lost too many times to Bayern, bro.
Okay.
The PTSD is there.
Okay, but I'm talking about like that exact Bayern team and that exact Liverpool team.
I mean, Bayern as a team, as a whole, are more scary than Liverpool. So Bayern by default.
Okay, fine. How about let's say you put both these 2 players, you put them on Cadiz.
Man,
Who are you more
can't make that
scared?
comparison, bro.
Who are you more scared of coming up against?
Robbery. You're still more scared of
Can't
Robbery.
make that comparison, bro.
Why not?
Why are you not answering the question? It's so easy. Bayern put 7 past us with that duo.
Did I not say Bayern?
Yeah, but just attacking wise, who's the more dangerous attack? Clearly, Bayern had a better attack.
Yeah, Bayern, of course.
Okay, there's your answer.
No, but robbery or the Salah Mane.
Might be Salah Mane.
After seeing what robbery did to Barca.
That's as a team.
But it was also strictly those two.
Yeah, but Bayern as a team are strictly better than Liverpool.
Are they?
Were they?
Bayern?
Oh, both those teams
Against
have one
Barca?
CL to their
We'll have
name.
a seal.
Against
Yeah.
Barca, yeah.
Yeah, because of who?
Barca
Robbery.
just have slip-up attacks against Liverpool, bro.
I don't know. I think I'm definitely more scared of Cadiz with robbery than Salane.
Maybe.
It's 4-1. I think it's unanimous.
Almost unanimous,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you're right. It's almost unanimous.
Got to put the argument.
No, of course. No, I rate it though. It's a good argument because obviously they're both
they're top.
they're
Top quality.
You're literally playing with kind of like the same style where you have a left on the right and a right on the left, which they're obviously attacking players deep down. It's just that obviously the Liverpool side had a lot more goals going forward for the wingers than they did for the Bayern team because they were playing with actually a striker
And a 10.
and a 10. Yeah, so
Robin was just the modern day Garinch, right?
Yeah, maybe. That's not a bad comparison, to be honest.
That, eh?
there it is then.
Bono, I saw something on Twitter. Apparently, FIFA are seriously considering a new game clock rule in football where the clock stops when the ball goes out of play. Their hope is that it'll put an end to time wasting.
No.
You guys think this is effective for the game going forward? Yes or no?
No. I don't like
It
it.
doesn't really change the fact that because if they're gonna still play 90 minutes,
No, they're gonna play way over.
if it's still 90 minutes, then you're literally gonna be playing. You're gonna be wasting more time. It's gonna be long. The games are gonna be longer
It's gonna be extremely long.
because I don't. When referees add injury time, they don't count for every single second that's being
Yeah.
where the ball is being stopped or the injuries. They kind of do give like a rounded lower number compared to the World Cup. The World Cup average, I think, for extra time was like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that
they're
was
like
insane.
15-minute extra time games.
But that's the
10
thing.
minute
Like
crazy.
that's because they probably counted for a lot of the time being
Everything.
wasted. But also they obviously wanted to extend the game a little bit more. But if you're kind of the exact amount of time that's being wasted, it's way more than 2, 3, 4 minutes at the end of the games. And if you're going to be stopping time, then like you're still going to be still time being run and you're still going to be wasting the same time. And what's the difference? You're not going to add injury time, but the clock's going to stop. If anything, there's going to be more time being played on the ball on the pitch or the field.
I think the time running makes it more competitive too. You got players like the opposite team that's losing usually
They're hustling.
they're hustling because they want to. They know time's running. They got to play. This time stops, goes. The ball goes out. They're not going to care. They're just going to walk to the ball, catch their breath. It's not going to be as exciting in the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes, in my opinion. But yeah, no, it'd be stupid. And it's also I feel like it's a lot more soccer too. And they're already playing a shit ton. Even if it's like 5 minutes extra a game, it adds up.
So there's this here I have on the Premier League for the last couple of years. So as of 2021-2022 season, the amount of time the ball is being played on the pitch is 55 minutes and 3 seconds.
Wow. Out of a 90-minute game.
And like that's the average from up to 2006. The average is about 53, 54, and then like 56 is the most. So it's around 55, 54 minutes is the average amount of time the ball is being played on the pitch. So literally, what is it? Almost 35, 40 minutes is literally
an hour,
is
yeah.
like the game is literally just not being played. Where the maybe substitutions, the goalie having to get another ball to put the ball in play for a goal
Yeah.
kick or getting the ball for a throw in. Like you don't really count that for injury time, right? Because most of the injury time that's being counted for is there whether players on the pitch or the substitutions being made.
Yeah.
You don't count for the time where the ball is being put out. So imagine now you're stopping the clock for every single time the ball is out. The games are going to be like 3 hours long.
Yeah, bro. I'd be mad.
Because you're going to be adding literally compared to what we're seeing here, there's going to be 40 minutes more than what the game is being played right now. So games are going to be 2.5 hours, 3 hours long. It's literally ridiculous. If anything, you'd have to just kind of, I don't know, add like some kind of like penalty or like, really, really push those yellow cards when time is being really wasted. Because when players are kicking balls far or when goalies are really wasting their time, sometimes you don't really see refs do anything until like it's maybe the fourth or fifth time they're really wasting time.
Yeah, but they're doing this on purpose. They know what they're doing. They know it's gonna last a lot longer. They know that they get money from those ads on the screen for that time. That they're trying to make it longer so they can make more money.
You really
off it.
want a game to be now three hours long now?
Well, we don't, but I'm sure FIFA does or whoever.
Oh,
But,
for
but
sure.
even I think
Serie
with them
A,
too, I think
whatever.
there has to be like a balance because like if the game's now going to be extended to an hour and a half to 3 hours because you're taking into account every stoppage, like you're going to lose viewership
Yeah.
because not everybody has that much time in a day to be able to watch something.
For sure.
I think like for me, the happy medium is, keep the clock rolling, but maybe be a little bit more diligent with adding that injury time at the end. Because I think in the World Cup, you saw those like, 8, 9, 10 minutes of extra time. And it was exciting
It was.
seeing like, okay, the game's done in this 90 minutes, but oh, damn, like, 10 minutes of extra time, like anything can happen in this game still. And I think like it almost adds an extra element to the game where at the end gets more exciting. Because sometimes like, if there's only 2 minutes of extra time, teams parking it, sometimes people will probably just turn off the TV. But it's like 10 minutes, like, oh, damn, like, there's still a lot that can happen here. And I think that probably increases your viewership even more because now that it's almost like, it's like an enticing piece to the end of the game where it's like anything can still happen because now there's going to be an extra 8, 9 minutes of play. Like, this game can still go either way. There can be 2 goals in 8 or 9 minutes. We've seen it happen before.
Yeah, we've seen where games being won in injury time.
Yeah.
Where they're like 2-3 goals behind.
So it's like I think like for me like that if they're looking for something to like maybe change it up a little bit, I think that's the way to do it because I think we saw it with some success in the World Cup. Like I think it shocked a lot of people, but if that becomes the norm, then one, it punishes teams for wasting time,
I think that's more of a punishment.
right?
Yeah.
Because like they know, okay, if I kick the ball out, like this is just gonna get tacked on at the end of the game, and we're gonna be defending deep in our box for 10 minutes,
Of course.
right? But it also gives the fans something to get excited about, right?
Yeah.
It's true. I'd say definitely add that injury time because that's like if you really want this game to clock out, then just fucking keep the ball playing.
Yeah,
And like, what's the point? If
Play
you're gonna-
football.
And it is true. Like the most exciting football is in injury time when like a team is
Yeah.
1-0 down and then just like, go for it.
and you need the goal.
Put everyone up top, ultra attacking. So it's stopping time is I think would be probably the a negative aspect of like, changing the game up a little in like, the modern football because we've seen some changes obviously with VAR in here and there, but even like an example I would say is like baseball because even though they waste time, they've added it now where a batter needs to be on the mat or whatever it's called, like the base, the zone, so the zone where the batting zone, in like 15 seconds. And like the pitcher has to throw every ball, the next ball like 8 seconds after like the play is done.
Baseball's so
like that's one way to speed up the
Yeah.
game because you're making it's different because it's a different sport, right? And then even basketball too, where they lower their reset time when the ball's being
the shot clock.
shot clock. So I think football would have to just encourage the extra time where you'd have to extend the game if you're literally wasting the time.
Yeah, if you're wasting the time, tack it on at the end. It keeps the speed of the game the same, where it's like you're not having a stop start. Because if you do that, then it's going to be becoming like NFL, and where the clock is stopping, then it's starting. It stops here, but it doesn't stop here if it's this kind of play. And it's just like it's confusing. 2, it slows the game down, and it's quite frankly, it's boring in my opinion.
But it shows from like
Right.
football itself, like that's the biggest part of football's revenue is their ad space, and that's why they have so many breaks, so many stoppages, so many commercial breaks and stuff. So like
Are we gonna start getting commercials?
next we're gonna have halftime
Balls
shows.
going out?
Halftime shows.
I think the only way they could get this to work out is if they shorten the half times. If they make it like 30-minute halves and not 45,
That's different.
I think it could possibly work.
That's different because you're
60-minute
literally losing 30 minutes from football, which obviously it shows where only 50 minutes of play is being actually used. So
Yeah.
makes sense.
Because the one thing like football has for it is like its time. Its time is constant pretty much. It's going to be 90 minutes, whatever. Like American sports, 3-4 hours, bro. Like who's taking up their whole day just to watch one game?
The only
Just
thing with
one
that,
game is crazy.
it's gonna end up being the amount at the same time. They're gonna be playing the same amount, and the game will probably go on for the same amount of time that it is now. It would work, like it makes sense, but they're doing it to extend the game. That's so for them, that's not money in their pocket. So it probably won't happen. They're probably gonna actually do this. This is probably gonna happen, and it's gonna be so annoying.
If it does, like I said, it can't be 45 minutes. It's got to be 30 minutes
It's
at least.
My
And then-
take, if I'm looking at it from the FIFA perspective, I think they're enticed by what the NFL is doing.
Yep.
Very few things generate more money than the NFL. And I think if FIFA's looking at their consumer, they know that they probably have the longest attention spans out of many other sports watchers, right? Because football fans watch a game for 90 minutes and sometimes the team doesn't even score.
Yeah.
And fans don't have a problem with that, right? So they could kind of see an avenue where like, okay, we could generate as much money as the NFL we're not going to lose viewers because these guys are already hooked on 90 minutes anyways without any kind of action. So let us look for a way to generate more revenue. And I think that's just their perspective. They see it works in the NFL. Why can't it work with football? The biggest thing that American sports fans say is that, oh, like soccer's boring, yet they sit through a 3-hour NFL event because it's an event. Like, there's commercials, there's breaks. That's part of the experience. It's a gathering environment. It's Sunday night, is that kind of thing, right? So I could see why people would want to do this, and I could see why they feel that it's not a big barrier to entry because they already have the attention span of their viewers.
It's different compared to the average football fan compared to the average, American football fan, which is an NFL fan. They probably support one team, and they probably watch one football or two football games their whole week. Whereas for us, how many games of soccer are you watching in a week?
A lot.
We're watching Champions League games when there's Champions League games, where I'm probably putting both games on at the same time. So that's 4 games right there. Europa League, if it's a good Europa League, 1 or 2 games. That's 5 games within the week. If your team's having a cup game during the week, or there's a mid-game fixture from the league, right? And then there's weekends where we literally sit down and watch 4 games in a matter of a weekend. So we're probably watching 10 to 15 football games in a matter of a week. So is it really worth for a player like the average football fan? The average football fan watches more than two or three games a week, I think. Because as much as I'm a fan of Man U, I'm watching most of the Premier League games, and I'm watching exciting matchups.
An average one, I would say 2. They probably 2 would be a good number, I think.
Yeah, 2 or 3 games.
I would say we're definitely above average.
Because even like English fans, like I'm sure there's like they support their Premier League fans, and then they're supposed to support their local teams, which so they're probably going to watch and sit down. So I think average, probably football fans do watch 3 to 4 games a week, and that's a lot of time.
They watch. They'll sit down from morning to night just watching football.
Yeah,
just one. It's like pretty much 2 days, 3 days, but it's one full day.
But then that's Sunday. But they actually probably have it just sitting in the background. You think they're actually sitting?
No, they're not watching the whole time.
Yeah, see, but we actually have to sit down and football. You have to actually watch.
As you said, we do have the best attention span of.
Yeah, and then sometimes you watch Juve versus Roma, which is just boring.
Yeah, that was terrible.
So
that was terrible.
No, I think it would kind of probably slow down the game. But if they do change it, like FIFA wants to expand it and make revenue, but doesn't it go down to the league making the money from it? How much money does FIFA make from?
I don't know the details from what they're doing.
Unless it's like World Cup, like where it's hosted by FIFA, or like even Champions League, Europa League. Is it really like FIFA, or is it like the organization of that runs it? UEFA? So it obviously comes down to if they're actually going to do this because they want to improve the game, or if they just want to do it for money.
No, it's for money, 100%.
Yeah.
If it's like from like a reducing like time wasting and stuff like that,
it's ridiculous. It doesn't work.
I think they should just stop the game at 90 minutes. Have no extra time. Just stop it at 90 so players know I'm not wasting time because I know that's when the game ends.
That's going to cause a lot more wasting time.
Will it?
Yeah, because the winning teams knows the game stops at 90, so they're going to...
Yeah, they're going to be killing time.
Like crazy.
Because there's no punishment for them blasting the ball into the stands, waiting for the ball boy to get another ball. There's no punishment for them rolling around on the floor for 30 seconds, 45 seconds after, a 50-50 challenge. Like, those things will just increase. Especially, like, I'm not going to say it's going to be every team, but there's going to be those ratty teams that are going to take advantage of things like that. Like, I think Newcastle this season, like, they were playing, like, the ball was out of bounds for more time than it was in play for Newcastle this season. And that's how they were playing. They were playing, like, haram ball. Like, it wasn't fun to watch. It wasn't exciting. It's like, if you're a fan of that team, like how long do you want to watch your team play like that? Obviously, you have the passion to watch your team play, but it's like I think it's just going to breed more teams to play that negative football rather than, play good football, That's why we all watch the game.
See, I think people are saying that rugby has that rule, and then their VAR is more stricter and more better in terms of like enforcing calls and whatnot. And they're saying if football adopted the kind of VAR that rugby has, and with that same kind of rule where it stops at 90, then there'll be minimal time wasting, like people say there is in rugby.
But then it's like, how many changes you got to make?
At the same time, how does VAR and time really correlate? If a call is being called, VAR should just make a right call, and not because time is being. I don't know how VAR and time really, matches with each other. Because at the end of the day, if it's a bad call, it's a bad call. If it's a good call, it's a good call. Oh, because the time's going to run out, I'm going to make sure that make sure the call is.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just trying to change too much of the.
It's good. Like, it's obviously everything needs a little bit of change here and there. But if it's not for the better, then obviously what's the point? Because just obviously you've seen VAR needed like almost 3-4 years for it to be at the level it is now, and it's still not the greatest. It's still not consistent. And every single
here and
season
there.
they say, "Oh, it's going to be better," or "We're going to add this, we're going to add that," but then you don't see the difference in the improvements. So if something that needs to be is going to be changed like that, which is pretty big for like football in general, it needs to be done right from the start. Because if you're going to be one season this, one season that, and it's going to be like, it'll be frustrating sometimes for fans as well.
Yeah.
I just think they should do like added time, like how they did in the World Cup. 'Cause
That-
That,
that's
seemed,
the
that
best.
seemed like the best option.
Yeah, probably is the
That was the
best.
best. It's
option.
the most exciting, for sure.
Yeah. But that's that. Whole rule change,
I know.
possibly.
We'll see how
But
it goes, man.
I don't know. I see Chris. You look a little sad there, bro. What happened over the weekend?
Nothing happened, man.
You see that clip of Mourinho?
Of what, him running on the field?
No, when they scored, I think he was actually seeing. I think Abraham was coming in, being subbed on, and he was like running up to the assistant coach,
They
taking
were
notes
talking
and stuff.
tactics, yeah.
And he just looks up. Roma score, and he just goes back down writing his notes. He even celebrate. Ice cold, Mourinho.
He got ice in his veins,
Because
man.
it was like 50-something minute.
Uh-oh.
It was good. It was. You know
Position change.
what I mean?
Why are you readjusting? What's going on? What do you have to say?
What am I gonna say? Unfortunate to lose that game. We're the better team.
Was it unfortunate?
Better team.
We were the better team. We outshot them, outpossessed them. More corners, more crosses, more dribbles. Everything we had more of. It came down to
Not more goals.
getting unlucky. Hit 3 posts. Rui Patricio making insane saves. Allegri making bad decisions when it came to subs. Why is Pogba coming on in the 77th minute? Like, give him time to play if you want to win. Moise Keane coming on the 90th for what reason? Like,
Get a red card.
To
Bro.
get sent
he
off.
came on and got a red card like an idiot, like unnecessary. But why is he coming on in the 90th? What's he gonna do that Cuadrado's not gonna do? There's nothing to say. I don't know. Juve unlucky. This might ruin our top 4 chances, and that kind of pisses me off because of the way it happened. Mancini with a great goal, but that's literally all that happened. Chesney didn't really get challenged. Now going forward, Juve is not going to be able to lose another game.
Can't afford it.
Because they're in
Can't
what
afford
place
it.
right now?
Literally.
7th or 8th maybe. I think they might have dropped below Bologna now.
They're 7th right now,
7th, okay.
but tied with Bologna on
I
points.
think they got lucky Bologna lost today.
But
It's crazy to say that they got lucky that Bologna lost today.
Bologna's been in form. But yeah, we need these teams to lose. These big teams. Atalanta's playing Napoli this weekend. Need Atalanta to lose there. I don't know. It looks like top 4 isn't manageable.
Achievable.
I was saying in the live that they could have lost the game, but this was not against a top 4 team. And what did they do? Go lose against a top 4 team.
I told you.
I knew that I was going to screw them over if it was a top 4 team. But I was hoping for it not to be a top 4 team, but it was a top 4 team. Anyway, poor decisions.
Is that coaching wise?
Yeah. Sub should have been made way earlier, not the 90th and the 77th.
How long has Allegri been at Juve right now for?
2 years?
You think he's staying?
Yeah, he's been doing good now, but like that was a terrible that game in general was pretty bad. 2 defensive coaches playing against each other.
Bore fest. bro.
First half put me to sleep.
The whole game put me to sleep.
I woke up a little bit, but
Would you say that Juve is entering a banter era similar to we saw from AC Milan in the early 2010s?
no. Because Juve right now would be in second place. If it wasn't for the 15 points.
That's
Who
fair, I
told
guess.
you guys to do that?
You. But no, I don't think so. I think we'll be right back at top 4 next year.
Really?
Why? What gives you that sentiment?
Because we're not a small club.
Okay, but neither were Milan, but they entered a banter era.
No, but when they entered that banter era, they had all their best players leave. Like Ibra and Thiago Silva, pretty much are 2 big names that were on the team at that point.
So what about Juve?
Pirlo.
What's stopping Juve players from leaving?
If they don't make Champions League, they finish, let's say, 7th place where they are right now. Conference League, why is Vlahovic going to stay for Conference League?
Yeah, but I see like those big, like if Vlahovic was to leave, we have Milik. Like he'll do just as well.
But like these sound like banter era like players.
No.
Like this sounds like Carlos Bacca. Like
And Fabio
No.
Borini.
like
Do you? How many of the players that do you actually like own? I swear you have a lot of players on loan still. Isn't
No.
Moise Keane on loan from Everton?
No, they bought him.
You sure?
Yeah. The
Unlucky.
only one that's on loan, I think, is Paredes.
Chiesa.
Chiesa.
Oh, yeah.
That's the jewel, though, bro.
Oh yeah.
He's bought out.
Chiesa's on loan?
No, it's just like a.
What?
It's like a
Stupid
3-year
thing.
loan with an obligation to buy in the 5th year.
I swear Vlahovic is
see-
like in the same
It
situation
is
too,
in the same
Loki, you know?
situation, but like he's
What?
gone.
He's not bought?
Why do you think we're getting? Why do you think we got 50 points
now
deducted?
you wonder why there's these deductions.
Yeah, that's what I just
What kind
said.
of deals are these?
Why do you think we got deducted?
My God.
Now I understand.
These are things that happen when you're about to enter a banter era.
No,
You start making dumb decisions, and then good players leave. Chiesa gone, Vlahovic gone.
Moise Kean is still on loan. You go.
no, they're buying him out,
When?
and then they're gonna sell.
It's happening after the
Who's
season.
gonna buy him?
They were supposed to buy him. Now I guess they're not because it's a stupid red card. They're probably not gonna do it anymore.
He's trash.
Probably an
What do you mean?
obligation to buy.
Like, what makes you think a player like that will actually like? When has he like surprised you? Like, oh, I love Moise Kean. When has he like
Back
no?
when he was first
When have you
at
lost
Juve.
sleep for Moise Kean because of how great he was performing?
Back when he was first at Juve, and he came on Champions League, played good.
Yeah.
Purple patch.
Probably.
3 games, he played great.
3 games, eh?
Then he got sold.
I think Juve are on their way to their banter era, but it's all going to depend on how they finish the season. Because if they finish outside
Outside for sure.
Top
of
6.
Champions League,
Oh, top 4.
players going to leave 100%.
You think
Yeah,
even if in Europa League they leave?
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 players less leave, but I think star players will still leave regardless.
I agree. If we don't make any Europe at all, then yes.
Well, I'm sure you guys will make Conference League.
No, we're gonna make Europa League at least. Atalanta has lost like 3 of their last 4 games, or
Haven't
2 of
you
the last
guys
4
also lost 2 of your last 3 games? You guys lost
No.
against Monza.
Wait,
you guys
look at
lost
Telly's on loan too.
Jeez, bro. It's a whole team of lonies, bro.
Dude, half your
games.
starting
Every
lineup.
single deal that we have has
Like
the-
look at Telly's on loan. He's your starting midfielder.
yeah. Every
Okay, so
deal
who-
that we
and,
have is like a yearly payment.
Dude, you're gonna go into conference league with Rabiot, injured Pogba, and who like
Rabiot's not going to be there.
No, Rabiot won't be there.
Fajoli,
Jeez.
Rabiot's not going to be there.
That sounds like a lot of
Rabiot wants to
talent.
play Champions League.
Fajoli, Pogba, and Miretti.
No, probably Rovella.
Pogba's
comes
going to
back.
be injured, bro.
Rovella probably comes back.
My
Why would he come
God.
back?
And then
know.
you guys re-signed Danilo and Alexandro.
Daniel's good. Alexander didn't get.
It's gonna happen, man.
That can get
It's gonna happen.
No.
It's gonna happen.
I don't know. For me, like it's starting to smell like a little bit like if they don't make
Top
Europa
6.
League
Quadrado's leaving too.
this
Yeah, that's
season,
fine.
it could be a little bit of a banter. One, because they don't necessarily have a lot of money. And if there's going to be transfer bans imposed, who are they going to buy to improve the squad that they have right now? Which, let's be honest, isn't a great squad. And if some of these players that, won them points earlier on in the season are now to leave the club, sure, Milik can come in and fill Vlahovic's shoes because realistically, Vlahovic hasn't been a great signing. He's been a little bit of a flop.
Injured.
Sure, Milik can come in. He can score some goals, but Di Maria is going to be another year older. Maybe he can't create as much as he is now. Chiesa, who knows what he's going to be saying? Is he going to stay at the club? What if a
Yes.
Premier League comes in with a big money bid for
Staying.
him to play wing back at
He's
Chelsea?
staying.
Staying.
Maybe he stays and plays wing back. He fills the Cuadrado role, but I just don't see where the creativity is in this squad. For me, that's my problem. And like, you're playing a 3-back with 2 fullbacks and Bremer. There's not really any center backs that are going to step in to replace them. If you play a 4-back, who's coming in? Bonucci?
That's our only problem right now.
Gatti?
It's center back.
It's gonna be interesting next year, man.
Who's going to come in? Like they're going to have to start to be very
Rugani.
resourceful with who they're signing. I think I'll give them props. I think they've done a good job with some of these young Italian midfielders. I think Rovella is very talented. Miretti's okay. Fagioli's good. I think they're doing a good job bringing these young Italian talent. I think they're going to have to go through a little bit of a banter area and like just develop some Italian gems that want to play for Juve that aren't going to be on these huge, massive contracts that are going to force them into doing these like swindling moves in order to sign players that like they've been doing for the past decade. All this fraud just to be able to sign Rabiot for 10 million a season. You got to build a club of players that wants to play for Juve, for Juventus, and not just because it means they're getting a paycheck. Needs to be a reset, man.
It'll be a-
Culture reset.
They had hit the reset button.
Okay, they're gonna hit the reset button, but I don't think it's gonna be a banter era. It's gonna be like a fake banter era.
What's
Yeah,
a fake
fake
banter?
It's only gonna last.
What's
like,
a fake banter?
If it's a banter, it's only gonna last 1 or 2 years. It's not gonna be like
Really?
whatever. What was AC Milan like 7? it's not going to be 7 years. Juventus bounces back pretty fast. Even when they came back from Serie B, they finished 7th, and then the next year they're back.
So you think they'll bounce back like Barca did this season?
What?
People were calling Barca era a year ago, 2 years ago?
Yeah, but
Banter era.
we don't have
Now they're
levers.
First place. 9 points ahead in the
You
league.
guys will always have more leverage than Juve because of your name. You guys are literally signing players on free. I don't think Juve can sign players for free.
No, we could,
They
but
do sign players on free.
Who's your last
we were
player
They
the-
signed
sign players
free?
on loan.
we were the OGs of the
Yeah,
free
but those
transfer.
loan, like you said, those loan deals are just really sketch. Like half your team is
So you got the deduction.
exactly. But like, can you guys get that? Do you guys have that pull for the Serie A?
Well, they're not going to be able to
Serie A.
do those anymore, those loan deals, because clearly they're getting found. So now they're going to have to be extra careful with who they're getting in bed with, right?
Dirty boys.
It'll last 1 or 2 years. If they don't make top 6. If they make Europa League, we're fine.
You think?
Yeah.
If you're Vlahovic, are you staying to play Europa League for Juventus?
Yeah.
Why? What's enticing him to stay?
Where's he gonna go? He's gonna go Atletico. They're shit.
He can go to
They have like 40
he
strikers.
can go to a lot of teams.
He's either gonna
Arsenal need a
Bayern,
striker.
Yeah.
Bayern, Atletico, or like Chelsea.
Well, Arsenal.
Those are the 3 teams I could see him.
What
at.
about Arsenal?
Yeah.
No,
United?
United.
no, that's Osimhen.
What about Napoli?
No,
Replacement.
Yeah.
they can't afford him.
Really?
How can you
Wait,
not
what?
afford them?
They're not
If
gonna-
they're gonna sell Osimhen,
They're not gonna pay. They're not
how
gonna
much?
pay.
They're not gonna pay you. They're gonna pay Fiorentina.
They're gonna have to pay a lot.
You already
What?
paid half of it, so it's true. You already paid half of it, so
Fiorentina's tough guys to buy from.
clearly, if you're Juve, it's okay, right?
Yeah, because you gotta give them yearly payments. That's how
Well,
they want
probably
it.
within 7 years, pay out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They like having money yearly.
This is not the Vecchia Signora I grew up watching.
Vecchio
It's
Uomo.
it's a bloody banter era, and it's disgusting to see because you say they're the biggest club in Italy, but I'm disgusted. Like this Juve team makes me want to throw up. I'm getting sick right now.
It happens, man.
Like I feel like nauseous.
Looking a little green right now.
Literally, like. Did you say it happens?
Yes, it happened
No.
to you guys.
Was
It literally just happened to you guys.
How did it happen to Barca?
How did it happen to us?
What do you mean? You guys were shit last year.
Did we make Champions League?
Yeah, because you guys will never get a
I
deduction
saw we
because
finished. What place did we finish?
you
Third.
guys will never get a deduction from La Liga because they need you guys so badly.
So if Juventus is the biggest club in Italy, how? If Serie A don't need them,
They're also the most hated club in Italy.
why?
Every team hates them.
Why?
You could say the same about Barca. They're the most hated
No,
club
no,
in
no.
Spain.
A lot of teams hate
yeah.
Barca, dude.
Yeah, a lot of teams hate Barca, but they're literally
Bro,
them in La Liga. They have tea time every.
the president of La
every night.
Liga literally like changes the rules around to like mess with Barca. They changed the rules around so Gavi couldn't get registered to the first team.
That's not changing the rules around. I'm sure it was
They
part of the rules.
changed the rules, bro.
I'm pretty sure it was part of the rules.
No, bro, he altered the rules around so they couldn't register him.
because they probably have way too many players registered.
No, they didn't.
I feel like they
Tebas
did.
just is an open Madrid fan.
Gavi, they have
Admitted
players playing
Madrid
for the
fan,
second
bro.
team, first team every week.
What?
They have players playing for 2 teams in 1 week.
Who?
Wasn't Gavi play for the B team for a little bit, or Pedri?
No.
Oh.
Well, there was someone that was playing for 2 teams for a while.
Well, if you're originally signed to the B team, you can represent the first team as well too.
How often though? It was like a weekly thing.
Who?
I can't remember who it was now.
I mean,
Shit.
guess that probably. That guy's gone.
Okay, whatever.
registered?
Anyway, there was someone. I remember reading.
Represent whoever you want. You don't see Raptors 905 players playing for Raps and back and forth
It happens all the time, man.
all the
American
time.
League.
all the time. We're Canadian. You sound like TikTok comments. Come on, man. I don't like seeing Juventus in a banter era
It's gonna happen.
because this city is full of Juventus fans.
It happens
how many
every.
Juventus fans are gonna switch
Allegiances?
switch allegiances? A lot, bro.
No,
a lot.
I don't know about that.
A lot of them are just going to stop watching footy and they're just going to go watch like
F1.
the Kansas City Chiefs. They're all going to be NFL fans now. Spatty's already starting to convert. He watches more San Fran than he does Juventus
even
these
close.
days.
The conversion happened last year, bro.
A lie? Crazy.
You called it ahead of time.
Ahead of the
You,
curve,
you
bro.
predicted the Juve downfall.
Me?
Yeah,
One.
When you started watching NFL.
yeah,
No.
dude.
Man, we're not in the downfall. We're fine. We have young players coming up. Rovella will be coming back from loan. Yeah, we might lose players. We just got to sign a center back. Got Danilo Bremer. Keep Bonucci for 1 more year, whatever. Alexandro gone. Sign a center back. That's it.
Is that it?
That's all they need.
All
I'm
they need is
okay.
center
I'm
back.
okay with the team if they were to get rid of players. and Rovella coming in, some of the young
That
players
team
coming
is
back.
still like losing against top
It's not-
4.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it's going to be the best team in the league. It'll be good enough to make top 4.
You think signing one center back makes you a top 4?
I literally just said
Yes,
that team is not going to make
They're
top 4.
literally a second. They would be second place right now.
I know Serie A in general is a poor league,
Besides Napoli,
except for Napoli. Like if it wasn't for Napoli, like I think people would probably be looking at Liga over Serie A right now. To be completely honest with you, because there's been teams in Liga that quite frankly have been better than Serie A this season.
Yeah, rims, bro.
who PSG?
No, Marseille has been hot this season.
They have Alexis Sanchez, who was a fourth string striker for Inter last year, playing the best year of his life.
Okay, he's playing
he
good
found
football
his
today.
form.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He had a
his
poor
feet.
season last season.
Where's Marseille right now in Europe?
3 points or 4 points behind.
Where's Marseille
PSG.
right now in Europe? They're not in Europe.
You got to do what you got to do. Focus on the league.
I
I
don't
guarantee they come up against an Inter or AC Milan, they lose.
Who?
Marseille.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so then what's the point? Here?
Oh, the quality is just going down for me. I was excited last
I feel like
season.
it's been pretty
think
level
last
for the
season
past
it
like
peaked.
3 seasons now.
I thought last season, Serie A had, exciting teams, young teams. Like Milan was looking exciting. Inter, to an extent, had a pretty good run. Juve were, still hanging around. And then this season, when Napoli started off strong, we're like, okay, now Napoli's there, Milan's there, Inter's there. But now it's starting to almost slowly take a little bit of a dip.
well, Milan
And
got injuries.
I'm hoping that, Milan can beat Spurs. I'm hoping that Inter can beat Porto just to pick them back up, to kind of, give them that influx of Champions League cash and keep the league strong. Because I do think personally that football is a better place when the Serie A is like a strong league. Like those teams like Milan, Inter, when they're strong, I think football is a better place.
I agree. I think when teams are like Milan, Inter, Atalanta, Napoli, Roma, Bologna, Sassuolo,
Lazio.
Hellas Verona, Lazio, all the teams I just mentioned, I don't think I forgot one, but when those teams are strong, I think football's in a better place. I agree.
You could say that about like any league though. When all the top teams or top name teams are strong, then the league is good. Obviously,
No, there's one top name team I didn't say.
Juve.
I must have missed.
Yeah.
What?
Why?
I don't think Juve was good for like 8 years in a row, 9 years, and it wasn't necessarily good for the league. Everyone
wasn't.
gaved. Well, if Milan had that 8-year run, people would rate Serie A more. I bet.
No, it's because when another team is thriving, who's the team that's gonna try to get better the most of all the teams? Who's the team that's gonna go out there and spend the money to make not just the league better, but them better to win the league? Who's gonna do that?
Serie A?
Yeah.
The opposition.
No. Let's say it's Milan, the best team. Who's the one team of all the rest of the team that's gonna try to be the best team the next year?
Inter.
No.
You don't think so?
Napoli.
You know who it is. Just say it.
What, Juve?
Yes, they are the one team that's gonna go to extra heights to get better.
Yeah, illegally.
Yeah, literally. They did
You must
that.
lie, cheat, steal, anything to get ahead.
And then
They're just
what?
mafia. What do you want?
Okay.
So last season, they didn't have a very good season.
Yeah.
What did they do this summer that made you think, oh, this team's going to go over the top and win the league?
They did get better from last year.
How?
How?
With who?
They did.
With who?
Just in general, like the way they played, they brought in. It's just young
We're
players
not
that are
complaining
playing.
about Allegri.
Yeah, I was. I still don't want Allegri, but he's better than anyone that we could get right now. Unless Desirbe somehow comes out. That's like the only.
Really?
Coach, I
You
wouldn't
wouldn't want
want.
like a Tuchel,
We can't get those guys.
Pochettino.
Really won't get them.
Do you think
Enrique?
this Juve squad is stronger than the Juve squad from
It's pretty similar. I'm not saying
last
it.
season?
I'm just saying, yeah, it is. Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
I don't see it. I think like they lost
Delict.
Delict and Dybala.
We upgraded with Bremer.
Bremer is not an upgrade over Delict.
Yeah, he is. Oh, now he's not an upgrade over
I
Delict.
think he did say
Bro,
Bremer.
you're
was
the most wishy-washy person I know.
I think he did
Holy-
rate Bremer over Delict, bro.
I don't know.
Bremer at the
I don't
beginning
know.
of the season, maybe,
I don't know
but,
about that,
but
bro.
Did you?
Delict at Bayern now.
Delict has one good game and this guy switches.
No.
Delict got the goal line clearance and then the goal and now
No.
Delict is the best center back in the world.
He's not the best center back in the world, but
Oh,
I'm saying
yeah,
Delict
yeah.
is. The thing is, you're losing Delict and you're replacing Bremer. If anything, that's a lateral move.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's a lateral move.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
You think Bremer is a clear upgrade on Delict?
For sure, dude.
You're not even answering my
Because
question. You're just being weird.
I'm not answering you anymore. You're too wishy-washy.
Is Bremer an upgrade on
next
De Ligt?
week, you're going to tell me that De Ligt's one of the worst center backs in the world. You can't even make the Bayern team.
I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, you are.
Is Bremer a clear upgrade on De Ligt? Answer my question.
Is Bremer? Yes.
A clear upgrade on De Ligt.
Yes.
In what way?
He's just better all around. He's better on the ball. He's a better defender.
Better on the ball.
He's faster.
Wasn't he like Serie A like defender of the season
Yeah.
last year?
With De Ligt in the league.
Wasn't De Ligt like one of the worst like defenders in Serie A at one point?
He couldn't even get into the Bayern team for half the year. When De Ligt is, what a shit signing. He sucks.
I didn't say it was a shit signing.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't say it was a shit signing.
Yes, you did.
It was an expensive signing.
Okay.
It was an expensive
I'm
signing.
not listening to you anymore.
I think it's a lateral move. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, no, because he had one good week. As I said,
No, it's a
two
lateral
good
move.
weeks. He had 2 good weeks. We'll give him
He's
2.
had a good season.
We'll give De Ligt 2 good
What else
weeks.
did you say?
Dybala.
We lost
Dybala.
Dybala. That was a hit, but we replaced him with Di Maria. That was pretty lateral, I would say. That's a lateral move.
Is it though?
Oh, okay, here we go.
It's not an upgrade.
If it was Di Maria like 2 years ago, maybe.
No, I think it is an
It's
upgrade.
not.
I think it is an upgrade.
I think it's lateral. No, Dybala. Everyone underrates
Man, Dybala would be injured right now if he was playing
So
for
Di
Juve.
Maria's been injured half the season already.
They're both pretty
They're
injured.
both injury
I
prone.
guess you're right.
It's a lateral move, and our midfield probably got upgraded with Fagioli coming in.
Yeah, Popo is really great.
He
Who
is
was
good.
there last? Did they lose anybody in the midfield?
McKennie,
Arthur.
Artur. Yeah, we upgraded our midfield.
Artur's cheeks.
We got Paredes in there.
And Paredes has been garbage for you.
Yeah, he's terrible. He's on loan, so he's part of it.
It's because these Argentinos they won the World Cup and now
They're
they
just sending
give.
They're chilling, bro. That's the ultimate prize.
They got it.
Nah, no mentality.
No,
You think?
Di Maria performs.
Yeah, he does. He does. No, you could see I rate Angel Di Maria. You could tell by the recent TikTok I put out. I rate him. I only put George Weah above him.
That's fair.
Ballon d'Or. Yeah. But let me ask you this question: bigger club, Arsenal or Juventus?
No.
Yes. Are you just saying no?
No. Yes.
How?
No.
How?
Did they do the invincible?
Yes, they did.
Really?
Yes,
They
under
cheat.
Conte.
They cheat their way out
No, they
so
didn't.
many times.
It was actually a pretty bad
Gotten
Juve.
more than 100 points before, right?
Yes. They are the better team.
I
And
think doesn't
you
compare-
having an invincible season doesn't make you the better
CL
team.
Doesn't compare the
dominant
league.
Serie A run. Like, come on.
It's not even close.
Come on.
I think that's the dumbest question. Like, I get why you're saying it, but it's a terrible question.
Come on.
Shouldn't
What do
be
you
close.
think?
Me?
Yeah.
Legends,
Juventus.
legends wise, I don't think it comes close. Like Arsenal just had like that one hot patch, and that's about it.
Think so?
I think that I think honestly Juve would probably like if let's say Juve was in England, I think they would probably be the third biggest team in England.
Third.
Behind.
United and Liverpool.
Yeah, that makes
Oh,
sense.
behind after Liverpool. Yeah. I think they're on par with Liverpool. I think United's bigger than them though.
Okay. Fine. You swayed my answer over.
Yeah.
Just because I like you as a person.
Just because you glazed United.
But they've had like a lot of legends too. Like
of course, bro.
Serie A like legends were like are different. Like, I've been seeing a lot of chatter on the timeline, like a lot of Serie A slander low key. But like some of these Prem fans talking about how like a Serie A 11 wouldn't beat a Manchester United 11.
A Serie A 11? An AC Milan 11 would beat a Manchester United 11.
yeah, I did not
I've been
see that.
seeing like
yo.
crazy takes like that, just slandering some of these like Serie A legends. Like
That's crazy.
Serie A like low key like probably is like has like some of the most historic players. Like
I honestly think a
Right,
Juve
right.
11 might beat.
No.
United
let's
11.
not get carried
No,
away.
Man, we have
But-
Zidane in his prime, Platini, Del Piero,
Onyek
Baggio,
No.
Cannavaro
Over Premier League?
over United.
for United.
Serie A?
So Juve all
No,
time
Juve 11 or
versus
United,
United
11?
all time. Who
Serie
you
A 11
taking?
would obviously what?
Juve 11 all time versus United 11 all time.
I think I take it's close because
You're just gonna say United.
Goalie.
I was goalie Buffon.
Van der Sar.
Buffon.
Van der Sar.
Buffon.
Players, bro.
Van der
Buffon
Sar.
Buffon
players,
versus
come
Van
on.
der Sar.
Van der Sar.
Okay, left back.
Zambrota.
Evra.
Oh, left back. Oh yeah, I guess Zambrota played left back too.
Evra.
I don't know who our right back would be though.
I think Evra edges.
Right back.
We had Everett too. No,
You're probably looking
Valencia.
at you're probably
Valencia.
Oh,
looking
right
at
back, you're looking at
Neville.
Gentile versus Neville.
Neville.
Neville. Ew.
Neville. Yeah.
Center backs.
Ferdinand Vidic.
probably Cannavaro and Chiellini probably.
Ferdinand Vidic, dude.
I say 1-1.
Ferdinand Vidic.
1-1's fair, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Ferdinand
Cannavaro and Scirea.
I don't know. I like Chiellini's a bigger club legend. He's
I don't think
he's
so.
probably our biggest.
Scirea is a big
Better
Juve
player,
legend.
better players. I think Chiellini's one of the biggest legends of Juve.
Really?
He's been there his whole career.
So did Skire.
Yeah, but I don't know how to explain. I never watched
Probably
it.
never watched
It's just like it's more emotional for me. You know?
Okay,
Okay.
midfielders. Zidane.
Zidane, Platini, and then the third. Bro, Pogba, dude.
Marquisio?
It could be Marquisio. No, I'm sure there's someone
No.
better. There's someone better. Oh, Vieira. We had Vieira on our team.
Okay, but
Yeah.
like
That was right after. That's right after his
Oh, yeah, I
couple
forgot
good.
about
He had a good year with Juve.
Scholes.
Giggs, Scholes,
We had the better three. Easy.
Giggs, Scholes,
I think all three.
Beckham.
I think Juve
I
takes all
think Juve
three.
clears, bro. 3-0 there, low key.
Yeah, easy.
Left wing.
Are we going wingers?
I wouldn't go wingers.
Okay, yeah, Nedved.
Cristiano.
You win obviously.
Cristiano
Ronaldo.
players. Striker.
Cantona,
Del Piero.
Van Nistelrooy, and Percy was world class too for us for a bit.
Yeah,
that
a
one
lot of
season.
good strikers though.
Well, Waza.
Wazza,
even Rooney too,
Rooney
yeah.
too.
You're probably. Oh, I don't know who your striker's gonna be, but Rooney would probably be a right winger, right?
What?
You could probably use him as. I'm
okay,
saying
but
throw him
I
to
can
the
also
right.
want
wing.
But
attacking
Juve, you're forgetting Baggio, Paolo Rossi.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for him.
Oh, okay.
Might be Juve.
And
though,
the-
a few players.
And then right wing, yeah, Boniek.
Yeah, like that's a pretty
I think
good
Juve
team.
clears, bro.
Yeah, that's a
Juve
pretty good
clears.
team, man. I'm telling you.
It clears. I think so.
How many Champions Leagues do you have?
Two. We have one less than you.
Exactly. So
What does that mean? We have more finals than you.
you guys bottle, yes.
Yeah, we bottled, but
Serial
then we
bottlers.
had better teams more
Serial
often.
bottlers.
We have better teams more often.
But
How many
you-
league titles do you have?
20 something.
We have
21.
36.
Okay, well half those were bought.
No, they weren't.
you can say the same about United.
Yeah, you can say the same
And
about
the
United.
CDI was the best league.
rest were glazing.
Those 8 years you won like back to back. The rest of the league
We
was
still have more
trash.
than you. We would still have more than you. Take away the 9.
How many Europa leagues do you have?
I don't know.
One this season.
Yeah, one after the season.
One incoming, bro.
Yeah.
I want to see United. Okay, well this season obviously United probably beat Juve.
No.
This season, you're seriously taking Juve? Okay, yeah. If they come against each other in Europa League,
I hope so. Like if they do, they do.
it's going to be a
but
good
whatever.
matchup. But it's
It has
just
to.
because United lost 7-0 this week doesn't mean that's their form.
Yeah, just because we lost 1-0 this week doesn't mean.
No, you guys are trash, bro. Yes.
But you guys have Bruno Fernandes as your captain. You can't
Our
handle
whole
it.
team right now,
We have Danilo.
I would not take anyone in that Juve side to replace any of my teammates.
What?
Yes,
No
you
one?
would.
Okay, maybe Di Maria, but he's
Vlahovic?
also Vlahovic. No, not really.
Of course. Come on.
Rashford.
Rashford's a winger, man.
Yeah, but he plays a strike. He scores his goal when he plays.
You want to take
forward.
Bremer?
No,
Bremer's better.
Varane and
Martinez
Martinez.
got.
Okay, because you're literally recent.
I don't know,
Like
man.
obviously,
It shows weakness.
De Gea is better than Chesney.
Yeah, probably this year. Yeah.
Our team overall is better than United's team. I'd probably just take Di Maria.
I think we have a better midfield besides Casemiro. Not CDM, but midfield.
No, you don't have
In
a better midfield than us. Fred is in good form.
But Jolie's better than both your CMs.
Ericsson is healthy. He's in great form.
Eriksen's not
Sabitzer,
here.
I think Sabitzer is better than your
No, he's not.
Sabitzer's quality.
He's quality. He's not better
Bruno
than.
Fernandes is also.
He's not better than Pogba or Fajoli.
Pogba doesn't play football
Yes,
anymore.
he has. He's played 2 games in a row.
Man, he's played 20 minutes in the last
Okay,
year.
fine. Locatelli's better than both of them.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You don't even own him. He's on loan. Okay, that's it.
Should we wrap it up there?
No,
Right.
no. I want to say a quick PSA. I hate seeing Serie A slander.
Why?
Growing up watching Serie A, it hurts. It does. It hurts because Serie A, like you said, legends for days. It set the foundation of football today. Ronaldo, Kaká, Shevchenko. I grew up on these guys. So to see Serie A in shambles, like, do something. It makes me sick.
Okay,
It's-
I'm gonna do something about it.
like, it makes me sick. Like, I want to see Serie A at the top.
Me too.
Football works in cycles, bro.
You think?
There's no reason.
Serie A
There's no.
cycle
Yeah,
ended.
but there's no reason why the Serie A shouldn't be like superior. Even like the way they. I don't know. I feel like money, but
They've been
why?
struggling with money lately.
But for how?
Because they don't get viewed. Because it's same with Liga, La Liga. Besides, like for La Liga, besides the top 3, none of them really make money.
No, they don't, bro. It's
Like for Serie A, besides maybe 4 teams, none. The rest don't really make too much. And even the 4 teams, they don't make a crazy amount. Like the Prem, probably the bottom 4 of the Prem make the same amount as the top 4 of the Serie A
Because they market themselves well, I feel.
because they got the most money.
It's all,
But
I think
they
it's all
market
TV.
themselves
It's all
well.
the TV deals, right?
TV
Like, I
deals,
think,
but
like,
seem like I feel like even I think AC Milan's doing a good job this season. They put themselves out there with their brand and stuff. They're doing a good job with that. You wouldn't really do that
I
stuff.
think Napoli are too, but
Napoli, no, because they make up a new jersey every single week.
Yeah, but-
how's the fan supposed to keep up with that?
yeah, I know.
Armani Exchange, like really? I'm
Come on,
like
bro, you don't rate it?
no. EA7, like what is it? A knockoff Ronaldo brand?
some of the kits are pretty fire though. Some of the Napoli
yeah,
kits.
they
do.
make
No,
nice kits,
man, I'm not
bro.
gonna wear a reindeer when I'm on the pitch.
Why not? Merry
Or
Christmas.
Christmas jersey.
You don't like
Merry
being festive?
Christmas.
Oh man,
They had a spider kit.
yeah.
I think you try, right? Like you try different things to try to bring in some income, but I think like at the end of the day, I think like pretty much every league, you know, Bundesliga, Serie A, Liga, these teams aren't going to have a huge amount of money coming in from TV rights. You know, if you want to be a big team in that league, you need to be playing Champions League and you need to be just developing a shit ton of talent
that's the thing.
and like, you know, getting your 3-4 years out of that player, moving on. And you need to have good scouting. And I think like, you know, that's one thing that Serie A has been lacking for years is just like good scouting of Italian players. Because guess what? If I'm an Italian player, I want to play in Serie A. Why would I want to go play in the Premier League when I can play for Juventus, when I can play for Milan?
Money.
I'm going to want to play for, no, even
Not
even
really,
money
man.
aside,
How many
like,
Italians are really out there, but in like really
Because they don't get developed.
thriving?
same
though?
thing. Like the best German players play in the Bundesliga. The best Italian players play in Serie A. Like you need to be developing players from your own country, and that's how the league is going to be successful as a whole. And I think like, you know, Italy had that great Euro run, and I think that maybe inspired a few teams to like let's develop some young talent. But I think Juve needs to really focus on that because if you look at those Italian players that you named when you were naming that Juventus 11, how many of them were Italian?
Quite a few.
Right? So it's like when you're developing those players, like when was the last time Juve developed a good Italian talent? Probably like Del Piero.
That's pretty far
Marquisio.
back.
Marquisio's probably the last.
And that was how long ago?
Wow.
Right?
Decade.
So it's like, you know, you gotta
No, less than that.
go back to your roots. You
It's
know, I
true.
think a lot of these teams do. I think like once Juve starts doing that, you know, you see Milan, you know, they have, you know, some good young Italian players. I think Tonali's a great player. But none of the teams really do it well. And I think that's gonna be the problem with Serie A. Until all these teams like
They're starting, though. They are starting. You see teams like Atalanta starting. Juve just started. Milan started a lot, like 2 years ago. Inter, Napoli could start. They had youth, but they sold them, so they didn't start. But yeah, there's some teams. Some of the bigger teams are starting. We'll see. We'll see the cycle starting to come around.
I don't think the cycle's gonna come back anytime soon, bro.
Now with the Prem making, now with these
Premier
their
League
owners,
right now, bro.
No, Napoli are doing a good job with marketing. You know, Osimhen cakes.
they do. They do. Yeah.
those Osimhen cakes were crazy.
Yeah,
Would you eat an Osimhen cake?
yeah, man. Chocolate,
If it tastes good, why not?
Yeah, try one.
Italian bakeries. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah, it has to be good. for
Calcio
Napoli,
Cafe
man.
will have the player cake. There you go.
But no, it does come down to the roots. Comes down to the roots, man. Stop seeing Brazilians, dude.
Yep.
Stop taking all the Brazilians away.
What do you mean, bro?
What do you mean,
For the
them?
national team.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
You guys can take the scraps already. Yeah, I think we'll end it off there, boys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, boys. Let us know. Are you in the dumps? I don't know. I just blanked out. But yeah, boys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You know who we are.
To the culture, baby.
Culture. And with that,
Dude.
Yes, sir.
Chris, it's been a while since you've been here, so we had to go a little bit on you. When was the last time we talked about you? We were talking about you guys in 2023, I think.